This is the Information Brief, a Holyoke media service with the most recent updates of relevance in the city of Holyoke and the Pioneer Valley. I am Johan Rashi and this is the information for Tuesday, April 21st of 2020. Governor Baker announced the schools in Massachusetts will stay closed for the remaining of the school year. Legislation is enacted to protect residents from evictions and foreclosures. And we have the most updated numbers at the Holyoke Soldiers' Home. This is the information.
Today, with respect to schools, our administration is announcing that all public and private schools will remain closed through the end of the school year. Remote learning will continue in all districts. This does not apply to residential special education schools. It's the right thing to do considering the facts on the ground associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. And at this point in time, there is no authoritative guidance or advisories with respect to how to operate schools safely and how to get kids to and from schools safely. We believe students, therefore, cannot safely return to school and avoid the risk of transmitting this virus to others. As we've said before, closing the actual school buildings for the year does not mean it's time to start summer vacation early. We're making this decision to allow school districts to plan through the end of the year to offer remote learning for all students. This includes students with special needs and English language learners.
And this is how Governor Baker announced this Tuesday the extension of school closures for the remaining of the school year, and non-emergency childcare programs will continue closed until June 29 of 2020. The administration also announced further support for students and families impacted by COVID-19. With this extension, emergency childcare programs approved will continue operating. Another important point addressed by the governor on this announcement of this Tuesday includes that the Massachusetts Department of Higher Education is deferring scheduled repayments for its no-interest loan program for a duration of 4 months. In regards of the remote learning resources, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education will issue updated guidelines for schools to support remote learning efforts through the duration of the school year, including expanded STEM learning, and they will prepare recommendations to strengthen summer learning opportunities for students. As a reminder, the Holyoke Public School Superintendent, Steve Strike, will have his weekly update on Facebook Live this Thursday, April 23rd, where we will have more information regarding the actions and plans for our local schools in the light of this change by having the schools closed for the remaining of the school year. This Monday afternoon, Governor Baker signed into a law an eviction and foreclosure moratorium in order to keep people safe at home. With this new law, the moratorium temporarily halts all stages of eviction, specifically stops landlords from sending notices of eviction and filing new eviction cases. Also, it stops courts from scheduling non-emergency hearings, entering judgments, including agreements for judgment, and issuing executions. It stops sheriffs from levying on executions to remove tenants, applies to most evictions with limited exceptions for true emergencies involving conditions or conduct endangering the health and safety of others. It also prevents late fees and negative credit reporting for COVID-19 affected tenants. For homeowners in 1 to 4 family owner-occupied properties, it temporarily stops residential foreclosures from going forward. It also requires lenders to offer a mortgage forbearance for homeowners affected by COVID-19 with payments added to the end of the loan. It prevents negative credit reporting for homeowners in forbearance and gives landlords access to tenants' last month's rent to cover expenses. The moratorium also pauses eviction on small businesses and makes it easier to access reverse mortgages. The moratorium will remain in effect for either 120 days from today or 45 days following the end of the state of emergency, whichever is sooner. This can be extended by the governor to ensure it does not end before the state of emergency is lifted, plus a reasonable time period. In other information regarding the Holyoke Soldiers' Home, the numbers provided by the state by this Tuesday afternoon are 63 veteran residents' deaths, 52 positive, 9 negative, 1 pending, and 1 unknown. Today's update includes 1 death who tested negative and was receiving hospice care. 94 veteran residents have tested positive. 60 veteran residents have tested negative. 9 veteran residents have pending tests. 81 employees have tested positive. Stay in the know with Holyoke Media. We are reporting different announcements, services, and updates in the local, state, and federal level related to this COVID-19 emergency. The service is available in English and Spanish for our community in the city of Holyoke and the Pioneer Valley. This is the information we have for today. We will continue updating and following up as soon as more information becomes available. If you have questions or information to share with us as well as your concerns, you can contact us on our different outlets on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and podcast distribution platforms. Also, you can watch us on Holyoke Cable Channel 15. Remember to wash your hands frequently. Keep a safe distance if you need to be out, and also remember to wear a facial cover or mask. This has been the information brief for April 21st, 2020. I'm Johan Rashi Vega. You are watching Holyoke Media.